Hey guys, I'm Brett, the Nerdy Engineer. So when I first got my Tesla, one of the things that confused me the most was universal chargers. I knew that using a Tesla charger was really easy. You just go up and plug your car right in. But the universal chargers kind of puzzled me because there were so many different brands and styles and stuff that I was a little nervous about using them for the first time. And it actually turned out to be pretty easy. And one thing to keep in mind, universal chargers are never going to be as fast as a supercharger. So don't plan on a little 30-minute, hour-long stop to recharge your battery. This one here is 200 volts at 30 amps, so it's only charging about 16 or 17 miles of range per hour. Universal chargers are more like destination chargers, where if you're going to be at a place for at least a few hours, then you can add a decent amount of range. But they're not something really to rely on for a quick stop on a road trip like a supercharger would be. The first thing you're going to want to do is check the ChargePoint app to actually find electric vehicle chargers. This app is really great. If you haven't used it yet, definitely recommend downloading it. It has hundreds of thousands of chargers all over the US, I believe even the world. I haven't been outside the US though. There's also a lot of filters, and you can filter by the different types of plugs. So the different adapters, if you want just Tesla adapter supercharger, or a wall plug NEMA 1450, or even a regular 110 outlet, those are all options. You can do the J1772 plug. So there's a lot of different ways you can filter the results. You can also do free or where you have to actually pay. So again, I'm cheap, so I typically leave that only the free chargers showing. Don't really need to see all the paid chargers. Now you found a charger that you want to use. I'm here, we've got a PEP station. I've seen a few of these around, and so far all the PEP ones I found have been free. They do have what appears to be a credit card reader, so I'm sure there is a way that they can make it where they're not free, but the ones that I found so far have been free. These PEP ones are super simple. You basically just walk up to it and take your charger. Now with Tesla, you're going to need your J1772 adapter, which you just plug that right on and plug it in. And then on here, you'll just have to hit start and it'll start charging. There you go, the charger turned green, so it's now charging. One thing to remember when you're using a universal charger is don't forget your adapter. So you never want to actually put it back with your adapter on there. Those adapters are pretty pricey, so definitely don't forget to get your adapter. The most common type of universal charger in the US is the J1772 plug, and that's the one that Tesla gives you the adapter for. So for any J1772 plug, you'll just be able to use your Tesla adapter. In the US, there's also a quick charge that's similar to a supercharger, but a lot slower. It's a direct DC connection instead of AC, but with those, you have to have a special adapter. Tesla sells it. It's Chamad, I don't really know how to pronounce it. With ChargePoint chargers, they're always locked. So even though this is a free charger, it's locked and you have to use an account to unlock it. There's a couple ways to do that. The first one is using their app. And I tried that once and I wasn't really successful at doing it. So I'm not sure if that charger was broken or what was going on. But you can use their app, sign up for an account that way, and be able to unlock them from the app. The easier way to do it is just to go to their website and sign up for a ChargePoint card. And they'll mail you one of these cards within about a week, and you'll be able to unlock any of the chargers. There's also a third way. If you ever get into a bind and you show up at one of these chargers needing to charge, and you don't have an account and you don't have the app or anything like that, maybe you don't have cell service where you're at, you can also use an NFC credit card or a phone that has tap and pay, like the iPhone or Android phones. And you can just tap right on there with your credit card and that'll unlock it. And you won't get charged if it's a free charger. If you're going on a road trip where you plan on using universal chargers as a destination charger, I would recommend that you go to that charger network's website and sign up for an account ahead of time. It'll just make it a little bit easier for you instead of scrambling when you get to your destination to try to figure out how to actually use the charger. So to actually use the charger, all you do, tap it with your card. It'll tell you which side. There you go, unlocked. And now I can actually use the charger. So this is a standard J1772 plug. sometimes at universal chargers, if all the other chargers are taken, somebody will actually unplug your car to plug themselves if your car's done. And when they do that, because the Tesla locks the charger port, the adapter stays in there. Somebody can't take your adapter. If you ever get back to your car and your adapter is locked in your charge port, you won't be able to pull it straight out. And you'll be able to tell it's locked in there because you won't have a light ring. If it's a white light ring, that means your charge port's unlocked. If there's no ring, that means it's locked. So you won't be able to pull it out. What you'll want to do is go grab the universal charger. If another car has it, you can unplug it. If it's a Chevy Volt and you unplug it, the alarm will go off. So just giving you a heads up on that. I was a little startled the first time that happened to me. And then what you'll want to do is just take the charge port, plug it in there, and then when you push the button on the charger, that'll unlock your port and you can just pull this right out. So I want to wrap up with a couple of tips on how to not be an EV hole. It's a term I've seen on the internet for somebody that's doing kind of a dickish thing with an electric vehicle. So the first one is don't park in a charger spot if you're not actually going to charge. Now, sometimes the chargers are located in prime parking spots right up front, and so some people will abuse it and park there when they're not actually going to charge just to get the good parking spot. So just don't be that guy, because somebody else is going to come along actually needing to charge, and they're not going to be able to get a parking spot to charge. And kind of going along with that, don't stay plugged in long after your car's charged if you don't have to. So this doesn't really apply too much to a normal charger because they take so long to charge, but at superchargers, you don't want to be plugged in and stay there for hours after your car's charged, because there might be other people that need to charge and you're taking up one of the valuable spots. So just kind of be considerate of that. Some people, they'll tend to park overnight at a supercharger and just leave it plugged in all night, and I'd kind of discourage that, because you never know if people are going to show up needing to charge and they're not going to be able to get an empty spot. And the last tip is, when you're done charging, don't just leave this thing laying on the ground. ChargePoints, a lot of the other chargers actually have a little spot where you plug it in at. Some don't though, they only have a cord wrap. And just make sure you're not tossing this thing around, because it's going to get run over or broken over time. And we just don't want to do that. There's not enough chargers out there, and the owners that have been kind enough to actually put chargers at their locations, we just want to make sure that we're taking care of it and not abusing them. So whenever you're done, just always remember to plug it back in, and don't leave the cords laying all over the parking space. Wrap them up if they have a cord wrap. The ChargePoint ones are nice because they have this little retracting cord, so it doesn't leave the cord all over the place, but a lot of them don't have that. And don't forget, if you're looking to buy a new Model S or Model X, you can save $1,000 off the price by using someone's referral link. I'll put mine in the description down below. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and don't forget to like the video and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. That way you can see all my upcoming videos. Thanks.